Hello. Good morning and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I want to welcome everybody, whether this is your first time or your whatever episode we're on, 257th time. I want to welcome each and every one of you. This is a podcast usually about knitting, spinning, and dyeing of yarn. I cannot do spinning or dyeing of yarn right yet, but I have been able to do some knitting. Where do I do all this at? Right here outside of Lima, Ohio, where I am surrounded by fields and our garden and just lots of beauty. Um, I live here with my handsome husband Randy, his father Ronald, Ronald's kitty cat Tommy, and my puppy Ginger. And you notice I didn't say Purdy. Purdy just passed away on Monday. So, anyways, um, today is September 1st, and this is episode number 257, like I mentioned before. You can find me online on Blogger, WordPress, uh, I did that out of order, YouTube, Facebook, as Naturally Kim's Knitting. You can find me on Ravelry as NapiersKnits, and then we have the Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. And then on Instagram, I'm knitting_Kim. I have my notes here, so that's why I keep looking over to the side. Um, yeah, I still have my sling on, and it's being obstinate. I'm still wearing it right now to remind me, do not use that arm. I've been a bad girl. Anyways, I'm affiliated with KnitPicks and Michaels. So if you're interested in shopping either one of those places, if you can hop on over to ksnapier475.blogspot.com, then click a link before you shop those places. Boy, I would really appreciate it. It gives me a couple pennies that I can, use for gift cards or postage or all kinds of things. Now, we have, being that it's September, a brand new craft along that started. And this craft along is for any finished object that you finish from now till September 30th. And then on October 1st, I close it and I draw. I use random number generator. And the winners are eligible to get prizes. I didn't realize how bright it is and my glasses are turning dark. It's windy outside, so I apologize if you hear the wind or my chimes, but I put off doing it hoping it would get less windy, and it hasn't. Back to the finished object craft along. Prizes to choose from will include a $10 gift card to KnitPicks or to Michaels, and then, or a giftable pattern up to $10, or I didn't bring it over. Just a moment. Oops. And then everything slid. Or another prize for the finished object next month is this beautiful, beautiful yarn that I got from Darn Good Yarn. It's lace weight and it's silk. Let me read you about it. What else does she tell me about it? Well, it can be knitting needles recommended are 1.5 or through 2.25 millimeters, or 000 through 1 US, or crocheting using steel 1.6 through 1.4 millimeters. So anyways, or regular hook 2.25, which is steel US 6, 7, or 8, and regular US B1. Anyways, this is such soft yarn. It is made from from silk, and it is so gorgeous. I got this. It's 50 grams. I got this, and I thought, I have enough yarn right now, but I know some people on my podcast who could always use yarn. So that will be one of the prizes for the finished object craft along next month, or this month. Okay, prizes will be awarded next month. Sorry, I am sitting sideways on my sofa, and I hardly ever do this anymore, and it's throwing me for a little bit of a loop, I guess. I should let you know, When the winners are drawn, the first ones to respond to request a certain prize gets that prize. I only have, unless we have more than 40 entries, yeah, then I might repeat a prize. But otherwise, there are 4 prizes. So for the first 4 to respond, if the first one requests the Knit gift card, they get the Knit gift card. And if the next one requests the yarn, they get the yarn, and so on. But unless I have more than 40 entries, in which case I can increase a prize. Otherwise, it's first come, first served. This, and seeing as how this is September 1st, we're starting a new knit along. Myla's Knit Corner, or Crafting in Red. Okay? I actually did random color generator, and it gave me red. But Myla she has become a dear friend. I really haven't talked to her lately. But she is such a creative person. If you've not done a Myla's knit, you should go check out her patterns. I was just on there this morning thinking, oh, if you like making things for little kids, plenty of things on there for that. If you like making things for grown-ups, plenty. Oh, her shawls. I have pattern tested shawls for her, and then I fall in love with them. In fact, I'm going to wear one of them tonight. I have a special dinner to go to. Anyways, I didn't tell you. For both this and the finished object, you need to take a picture of the finished object and then put it in the correct thread. If there's a pattern name, it's nice to include it because otherwise, people might see it and might want to purchase it also. I've done that before. I'm known to see patterns and purchase them, and anyways. So, yeah, include the pattern name if there is one. If there isn't, just post a picture. And, like I said, I'll close it on the 1st of the month and I'll draw. Now, Myla's is a little different because it's a 2-month. If you choose to do a shawl, you might need the 2 months. If you're doing a child's hat or whatever, you might not need 2 months, but then you could do 2 things. Anyways, like I said, her things are very gorgeous. But let's say that you didn't see anything in Myla's Knit Corner that interested you. Knit something with red in it. Or not knit, craft something with red in it, okay? Although I will tell you, it is worth getting the Myla's patterns. Okay, my winners are always chosen by random number generator. And Myla's Knit Corner will be closed October 31st, and I will draw on the 1st. And you can poly dip. I encourage it, especially with mine. But if there's other people out there that have the same requirements, go ahead and poly dip. It increases your chances to win a prize. I have people that have won. Well, in fact, today I have people that are winning in both. And it could be because they poly dipped. Anyways, the prices for this are a $15 gift card to Knit Picks, or a $15 card from Michael's, or a pattern from Myla's Knit Corner. Okay? And once again, if you choose the gift cards, if you would go through my blogger site, I would so much appreciate it. Okay. And I should let you know. See, that's a good thing I have my notes here. It reminds me of things. All of my prizes, once they're announced, you have 2 weeks to claim them. If you haven't claimed them within 2 weeks, you don't get them. They just go back in the hopper. So that would be on the 14th of the month. And if anybody ever has prizes they would like to donate, please let me know. I love to have other things besides the gift cards to give. It thrills me that I have this yarn. And I think somebody's going to love this yarn. It does say it's darn good yarn. And I think it will be for whoever wins it. So anyways, once again, my website or my blogger page is ksnapier475.blogspot.com. Now, looking ahead. November and December, yeah, are knit or crafting for others. It doesn't have to be knitting. I just knit, but I also crochet and I sew. Not right now. um, so anything like I do that because November, December, we are really scurrying along to make things for others if we are crafting for others. I've got a pair of socks right now that I'm crafting for somebody else, and it will be interesting if I get it finished in time. And then another heads up: January and February, we're going to do dishcloths or towels. Somebody suggested that. I thought that was a very good suggestion. Now, on to what have many of you sitting on the edges of your seat. Our finished object for, well, this last one that closed. So that would have been August, July, because I didn't have a drawing in July. The winners get to choose from, there's going to be 2 Knit gift cards available, 2 Michael gift cards available, or 2 giftable patterns available up to $10 in value. Okay? 1 prize or gift card per person. Okay? First come, first choose. The winners: I Now Hour, Panushka, Anvita Sinha, 1, Lima, Linda, Asteroid, and Handmade Studio 11. So, when you see this, make sure to respond before 2 weeks is up. And remember, the prize that you desire may not be available if you don't get to me quickly. But then we have our winners for our Roro and Cade's or accessories drawing. I was so pleased to see a few of you actually do Roro and Cade's designs. She is so, like I said about Myla, Kelly Menzies is so creative, and she is always designing. And I watch her podcast, Roro and Cade's, and she'll say how she has all these designs going on in her head, and she just can't get them written down fast enough. But they are so beautiful. So who are the winners? Oh, don't think I finished telling. The winners get to choose from a $15 Knit Picks card. That's what's available. One $15 Michael's card, or there's 2 people can choose a MylasKnitCorner pattern. Okay, that way it's 4. I have 4 winners. I Now Hour, Limacall. I always say your name. I always laugh when I say your name because I know your name's Linda. Anvita Sinha. I'm Panushka. I must tell you, it's such a pleasure to see Anvita in there again, because she said she'd lost her knitting mojo for a while, and she's been entering the last month or so. But I'm so pleased to see that she's won, both things. All of you, congratulations, everybody. Like I said, if I didn't use random number generator, I would never be able to choose a winner. You guys are too good at what you do. I mean, we had sewing well, not in this one, but in the finished object, we had sewing in there. We had hats, gnomes, shawls, I believe. I can't even remember what all was in there, but they were so beautiful. Okay, now on to my stuff that I could brag about. I still am not able to do a lot. I still have this lovely friend. I have to wear this friend whenever I go out of the house. I'm supposed to. I've not been very good at it lately. And I have to sleep with it. Which yesterday was not a good day. I actually went to physical therapy yesterday. Didn't have my sling on. I don't think I wore it the night before when I slept. I don't remember doing it. I went for a walk with the dog yesterday. Didn't have it on. The bad thing is, I have no strength in the arm yet. I mean, I can swing it side to side, and I could do my exercises with it, but I'm not ready to work on strength for 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I'm chit-chatting about something I was going to chit-chat with you later about. Okay. Looky. I finished my socks. Yes, socks. Finished. And guess what? I spent all day weaving in not only these ends, but every end of my Advent socks. But look, I am so happy with these. In fact, I might wear them tonight. I'm wearing a long skirt, so nobody will see my feet. But I don't want... It's... The weather's kind of in between right now, so it's not really fall, but it's not really summer. So sometimes these socks feel good. Then, well, there went my show notes. Okay, see what I did right there? Not really supposed to do that. I reached down with my right hand. But my phone doesn't weigh more than a pound. That's all I'm allowed to carry is 1 pound. Anyways, oh, there they both are. Because I can't have just one of these. So I started a pair of socks since I finished my socks. I'm only doing a pair at a time. In fact, I've got a tee, or it might be a vest for me, because it might be too heavy for summery weather. But I'm afraid to pick it up and work on it, because I'm not sure how much it weighs. I may try it. If it tires my arm, then I won't do it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I've started... This is it this week. I've done this much on the sock, finished the heel, and starting up the leg. I finished this sock, finished up the heel, and I just barely started up the leg. So, these are Soup Kitchen socks. They are made from Lion Brand Mani Pedi. And the color name is Yoga. And I looked at those and I thought, oh, that's a perfect name for that. These colors. They are just very peaceful. So yeah, those are my Soup Kitchen. I'm taking these with me tonight, just in case there's time to sit back and just not do it, and just zone or knit. Everybody there knows I knit when I'm at church, so this is as far as I've gotten on my new Advent sock. Not much farther than last week, but I will get back to it. These needles are not good on my arthritic joints. I don't know why I started this pair on nickel-plated needles. I shouldn't have, because they're very hard on my arthritic joints. They seem to be harder on my shoulder, so that's why I haven't worked on it yet. I'm just waiting until it's not quite so stressful. You know what? I showed you my finished object while I was talking about my things I'm still working on. I'm not going to show you my Every Which Way Filet baby blanket because it's not gotten any farther. I can maybe work one side of the blanket and then my arm gets really tired, so I stop. Books, oh my goodness. I would show you the books I have to read, but they're on my messy coffee table. I'm hoping to start one that's called Secrets of the Happy Soul. Hopefully today. I am reading a book that my daughter lent me. It's the third book in the series, and oh my goodness. It's not a Christian book. I know. I do read other kinds. Oh, sorry. But this is the third of the 100th Queen series. And what was funny was I started the first book before my surgery. Then the second book I took to the hospital with me, because I know I don't sleep well in the hospital. So I thought, okay, well, let me just take this with me and start reading it. Well, the bad thing was I had a bulkier sling than this. Yeah, it's okay to talk about stuff because we're in the chatting area anyways. Oh, okay. My show notes shut down, and when they started up, they started at the beginning. Anyway, so I had my big old bulky cast, and I was trying to hold the book with the big old, well, not hold the book. That was with my left hand, but turn pages and everything, really wrinkled the pages. And then I went to, I think I put it in my bag when I was coming home. The cover got bent. So I told my husband, I said, I know, Molly would tell me don't worry about it, but I'm going to buy her a new book. So I did. I bought her a new book. I do have something to show you. Just got this in the mail today. I had pre-ordered it. It is a book. And you know me and cables. This just was released. Now, I looked through it. And, oh my good, I'm doing a book review. I haven't done a crafty book review for ages. Oh my goodness. This is called Adventure Cables by Megan Jones. And I pre-ordered it on Amazon. They told me yesterday it was going to be here today. I couldn't believe that. In fact, I had actually forgotten that I had ordered it. But if I can get to the patterns, I started going, I love this book because they give you the basic introduction, which shows you, sample graphs and everything and how to read them. They actually show some stitch techniques. In fact, there's stitch techniques as you go through the book too. They talk a little bit about cable needles and adventure cabling with a cable needle, and then how to do it without a cable needle, which I've done it both ways. I've already got a crease in this book. Oh my goodness. Then they talk about gauge, of course. But then, I know, I'm using my right hand. I can use it, and I'm not actually holding this. Look at the patterns. Look at those socks. This is a pattern for cuff down, but I'm thinking I can reverse it and do it toe up. Because as you know, I like toe up. I just really do. But they give you chart tips. They give you very detailed directions with pictures to go with them. Now then they have one called the Iron Springs Wrap. Yes, I'm going to make the socks. Yes, I'm probably going to make the wrap. You know my rule. If there's 2 patterns in the book, I'm going to keep the book. If there's 2 patterns I like in the book, I'm going to keep the book. I'm keeping this book. I love that wrap. And it looks like it has worked from end to end. I just did a wrap for Elevated Designs, and it was actually worked from the bottom up. Beautiful. But, I kept worrying that my cable needle wasn't long enough. But it worked. It really worked. It really worked. Oh, they actually have a tutorial in this pattern for the old Norwegian cast-on. I've never done that, so I'm looking forward to that. How to work an SLKYO. New book. Pages haven't been broken in yet. Then, look. That's called the Kip Sap pullover. Sorry, my puppy loves our neighbors. Anyways, this is the Kit Sap pullover. Not easy to say. Let me see if I can find a bigger one. I do not ever like to give away, there we go, any idea of the pattern. I mean, written out words. She did see our neighbors. Our neighbor has a granddaughter with one of those little motorized cars, and they take a walk up and down the lane. Then we have the Fathus Shrug. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it, because you have to see the cables. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So that's every pattern so far that I'm making in here. Then we're going to go crossing with lace stitches. The Pomona shawl. I can say Pomona. I can say words. I just can't say them today for some odd reason. I'm looking for the full picture because, that's not it. Well, I'll just have to show you the first one because it's the only one that doesn't have the words on it. But you can see the laciness of this. Isn't that pretty? I haven't got to do this for a long time because I've gone through all my books. The Odessa tee. Now look at this. That is a tee I would love to make. Look at that. Whoa. That It's just so gorgeous. It truly is. I truly love it a lot. The Palouse Falls shawl. This is another one that's worked. That might be the only picture they have of the whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get it without the words. There. Isn't that beautiful? And I love shawls. I love shawls and wraps. No lecturing me because I'm using my right arm. Bainbridge wrap. What can I say? I'm a sucker for knitting patterns. Woods Creek shawl. In fact, I'm thinking about making some to keep on hand to give to people. We get a weekly class update and all that, and it'd be nice to actually have some on hand to give to other people, not just myself. Oh, here it is. The Point Defiance pullover. I think that would be lovely to make. Keeping track? There's not been one I've not liked yet. The Roxborough mittens. Now, one thing I haven't looked at. They do have experience levels on here. This is the Be Brave level, experienced. I didn't realize, I didn't look at it thoroughly enough to see the experience levels on these. The Goose Prairie vest. This is also for the experienced knitter. I would try these things, but I've been knitting for 40 years. I guess I'm an experienced knitter, huh? So hard to believe I've been knitting for over 40 years. So what's this? Oh, this is showing you how to work the AC1 and the AC2. Anyways, this book is full of patterns like that. You get the idea. She is a wonderful designer. I'm very pleased to receive this book. I'm going to have to send this review to her. Anyways, oh, I know what else I wanted to talk to you about. So I know I mentioned, well, I talked about my shoulder, but I mentioned earlier how Purdy isn't here. She'd been showing signs of getting older for a little while. She couldn't get to the litter box in time. And because of this, we have a nice, warm, protected barn. We do. It's not open. In fact, my neighbor made it for a place to store his RV. Then he has a workshop and he had an office in it. So our cat was well protected, but that's where we had to put her because she was missing the litter box. But it got to be fly weather, and I kept coming in telling Randy, we can't do this to her. I said, well, she had also stopped eating, like the day before. I said, we need to bring her in. I said, just so that she has the comfort of family, because I knew that she was getting to the end of her life. So we blocked off our kitchen, and she stayed in there. We blocked it off with baby gates. And most of the time, she would sleep. But when she would come to the gate and meow, which took all her effort because she stopped eating and drinking. So whenever she came to the gate and said meow, I'd pick her up and I would just pet her. And that's all she wanted was some closeness. And she did it Sunday night. I was getting ready to go to bed, in fact, and she meowed. And so I picked her up, and I knew this was goodbye. I don't know how I knew it was goodbye. I told her I loved her. And I petted her and petted her. And I told her that she was going to go to a place where she's going to feel wonderful. So, yeah. But I put her back down then that night. She was sleeping in front of the refrigerator for the warmth. We had the air conditioner on. Yes, we have air conditioning. So I set her down in front of the refrigerator. And I didn't realize my husband, every night when he would walk the dog at bedtime, he would take Purdy with him, and he would just carry her the whole route. And yeah, so he did that, brought her in, set her down by the refrigerator again, and he goes, and she died sometime in the night. I said, well, at least she knew she was loved. At least she was in a place where the flies weren't going to bother her. So, yeah, so that was goodbye to Purdy. I'm trying to talk my husband. We have 2 animals. I know we have 2 animals, but I'm trying to talk him into maybe either getting a puppy or getting another kitty. For one thing, Ginger misses her. We always call them sisters. She misses her sister. So, anyways, sorry to end on a sad note. I love animals. What can I say? Anyways, I think that's where I'm going to end it at. I hope you guys have a super week. I hope all your craftiness goes well, and I hope you don't make any mistakes. If you do make mistakes, I hope they're little ones that are easy to fix. I love you all. Big, big hugs. Take care. God bless. And if you like the video, please hit subscribe and share it. Thank you. Bye-bye.